All right, have and have not fans. It is almost 1 a.m. right now where I'm at in Virginia. I'm exhausted. I actually didn't watch the BET Awards tonight. I actually was working on, believe it or not, kind of a makeshift list of videos to do for the haves and the have-nots. Not to mention laundry, prepping for another delightful work week. And notice sarcasm in my voice. I mean, I was actually about to lay down to go to sleep, but yeah, if you watch the BET Awards, hey, let me know in the comments below what did you think of it, because again, I didn't really watch the whole thing. I don't know about you, but I was just waiting for the new edition tribute, and I saw that on BET.com they actually released a clips where the cast members from the movie did their tribute. Luke James killed it. I mean, I feel like Luke James doing my, and Woody Harris, I believe it's Woody Harris. He did My Prerogative, and he got those moves on points. Honestly, I feel like those two are the best to portray their characters. That's just my opinion. I love them all, no doubt, but those two are the ones that stuck out. Luke with the vocals and Woody with the darn singing, and when Bobby took that mic. And then, of course, seeing them all come out together to do if it isn't love. I mean, I'm up in my apartment just dancing like an idiot, but I'm sure you all were doing the same thing at your house. But yeah, so it's 1 a.m. right now while I'm recording this. I was actually going to go to sleep, but I decided to check on my comment section real quick on a few videos, and again, I cannot thank you enough. I'm not just saying that because of the subscribers, because of the views. I'm talking about the comment section, and you all just blow it up with either thoughts regarding the videos or subjects you would like to, like me to do videos on. And there are at least 3 or 4 that I kept seeing, but if based off the videos I looked at in the Facebook, I think that this subject is the one the most people wanted me to do. And as you can tell by the title of this video, obviously that's why I clicked on it. Do I think Melissa is really pregnant? Now, this question, if you think back to when Amanda's funeral took place, when Melissa came over to the Crier house, she went out, Jeffrey went outside. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, Jeffrey made her leave. It's like he literally dragged her to the door, told the bellhop at the door, hey, get Melissa's car, she's ready to go home. Then Candace showed up because remember, she was invited by Catherine, and they finally got down to the bottom of it when Melissa revealed that the reason I'm doing this is because my dad's sick and he's in the hospital. Your mom is, worked things out with my mom, so I would have this child to give her a grandchild no matter what. She won't stop at anything I need to do to save my dad. Honestly, that was the first time I really felt bad for Melissa. I mean, that's just me. Anyway, now we move to this next, if I'm not mistaken, the next episode or a couple episodes later. Candace was like, meet up with us at the Sarandon Hotel. Remember, they were staying there at the time with some pregnancy tests to see if she's really pregnant. Now, the question, again, I did a blog on this a while back, and I don't really know about, the pregnancy test in terms of like the time frame or what it is, because Jeffrey was pacing the floor, just furious. Like he couldn't believe what was going on. And and he's like, should it take this long? And it Candace like, don't make me go in there. And then she came out, and then the test was saying that she was pregnant. And that back then sparked out, because I was talking to my mom about it again back when the episode aired. Like, I don't know. It seemed like she's not pregnant. I don't know what's going on here. Because, again, like the length of time it took for her to come out with the pregnancy test and whatnot, I don't know. I really don't know. And she was very adamant about saying, I'm not aborting this baby, blah, blah, blah. That's when the bitch came out of her. So I'm just thinking, well, she might not be having a baby. I don't know. But as time went on, okay, here's the difference between Melissa and Amanda. Remember when Amanda said she was pregnant by Professor Cannon because she took the test? Candace said it's impossible to know that quickly after having sex. And we never found out. Again, that's one of the main reasons when Amanda died. I was pissed off because we don't know anything about the autopsy. We don't know if she was pregnant. Remember, she got that death tattoo when she went with Quincy. Remember when Quincy Kane picked her up from the Crier house and came back, she had a tattoo? Nobody said anything about that. So again, there are a lot of things about her autopsy and her death we don't know. But again, with Jennifer being killed, I don't even know if we'll ever find out all the details in regards to, hey, I don't believe this is a suicide but a homicide. But again, as I said in the other video, it's probably a plot point we're going to discover later on down the line, maybe next season or season and a half from now. I don't know. But remember she said she was pregnant. She was joking around when Jim was talking to her. This was when she was, really psychotic, and she said something about 10 weeks or something like that. Again, this is like the end of season 2 we're talking about here. It was when she was doing the eeny, meeny, miny, mo stuff, and she was talking about how a certain number of weeks. I forgot what that was. I think it's when Jim was asking about, so you have a boyfriend? Tell me about him. So that's when that happened. Now with Melissa, again, I used to doubt that she was pregnant, but the reason I feel like she may be pregnant is the fact that, as she said, Veronica makes her go to these doctor's visits in rotations like clockwork to make sure the baby inside of her is healthy. So honestly, if she was faking a pregnancy, I don't know how she could do it. The way that Veronica has been watching her like a hawk, I really don't know. So again, I really can't say if hey, maybe she's not pregnant or maybe she is pregnant. I will say this much: the fact that she committed suicide in the hospital now, if she's not pregnant, then it's probably going to be revealed. I can see now Veronica, or let's say when David comes to the hospital, talks to Jeffrey, and then you have Catherine going at Veronica. They're going back and forth, and in the middle of that big debate they got going on, one of the doctors comes out, because remember, if I'm not mistaken, Veronica was threatening the nurse at the front desk, like, hey, if you don't tell this doctor to come see me now, I want to make you lose your job working a fast food restaurant. So I feel that in the midst of everything, it might be the cliffhanger of next week. We don't know, that the doctor comes out and then hey, so what's wrong with well, I can see that. Here's how I feel like this conversation will go. And again, just kind of feel follow me on this one. Like, the doctor comes out, goes up to Veronica and is about to say something, and he says about Melissa's condition, and Jeffrey might say, or Veronica, Veronica's first concern is the baby. I can see that now, and it's like she keeps asking about the baby, and he's trying to tell her about how Melissa is going to be all right or whatever the situation is. I can see Jeffrey like, Mom, he's trying to tell us how Melissa is. It's like, child, I want to know about the baby. And then I can see the doctor saying, well, what baby? She's not pregnant. I could see that happening. I honestly can see that happening. So the question, here's my thing. When people say, and again, I'm not saying that this group of people is wrong, because as I said before, I don't know how I feel in terms of, I don't have a definite answer. Or like I could say, what, I think Melissa isn't pregnant, or I feel like Melissa is pregnant. You got to think of the reason she committed suicide. I mean, honestly, this is me trying to dissect the situation here. Why did she do it? Because she found out her dad died. And since her dad died, what does that mean? That means everything that Veronica put her through, everything that she put herself through, it was for nothing. She did all that to get the, her dad's medication and, hopefully save her family's business for bankruptcy. And remember, her mom put her up to it. I'm not saying that Melissa may not have had any reservations against it, but she probably was put into a situation like, this is the only way to save her family. So I feel like, after finding out her dad died, she had nothing else to live for. So maybe that's why she attempted to commit suicide. That could be the reason. And, it was just like Amanda, running around the house with the gun. I don't, God, there's just so many ways this could go down. And I hope this isn't a cop-out video, because again, I really don't know which way the plot's going to go, but I hope I provided you with some decent evidence in terms of, what, if she's not pregnant, I could see it happening this way. Because again, if that doctor comes out and says she's not pregnant, man, Veronica's going to rain hell on that girl. Man, that's terrible. And then if she is, with the child and the child's okay, oh man. Veronica's going to watch her like a freaking hawk, even more like than she's already been doing. So, here's what I want to see, when she comes out of, the, dang, I don't want to call it a coma, more like, the pain and suffering and whatnot. Basically, she regains consciousness because she did lose a lot of blood. I wonder if she's going to have a talk with Jeffrey. I kind of want to see that. Again, I said in another video, I don't think this is going to make Jeffrey go straight or fall for Melissa, but I really feel it might be a connection that hopefully he'll start treating her like a human. Again, I don't agree with what she did to him, because again, in that situation, I'd be furious as well. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you see how your mom treats her like a freaking mule, so you can at least give her at least a time a day, Jeffrey. So I hope that when she comes up to consciousness, that her and Jeffrey just have a one-on-one talk. I would really like that. So with that being said, in the comment section below, How do you think that Melissa is really pregnant? And again, if you hear a ding in the background, that's my Facebook because y'all keep commenting on my videos. Thumbs up, I appreciate that. Because remember that Candace faked the pregnancy as well when season 2, when she told Jim she was pregnant, but then when she was with the Malones, they found out she wasn't pregnant. So hey, you never know. And then Amanda, we don't know if she was pregnant, so there's that too. So with that being said, I really want to get your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know, do you think that Melissa is pregnant? Do you think she's not pregnant? How do you think it's going to be revealed if she isn't pregnant? I still stand by the doctor theory that the doctor's going to come out, say that she's not pregnant. Veronica's going to go into a frenzy. So not to mention the wedding. Remember, she put in the paper the engagement, so there's no telling what's going to go down. So let me just stop rambling here and get my butt to sleep so I can go to work in the morning. So I'll talk to you all later.